Welcome back to Comic Book ASMR. Today we're going to be doing a studio tour of my place before I moved out. So we're actually just going to start with showing off the contents of my bedroom. First we see the Batcave and some figures that, well, the Batcave I had to sell off for my bad idea job. There's the sweet animated Batmobile. And we have the Tick, that's the Wave 2 one with the stop sign. Then we see my vintage Toy Biz Marvel figures there with the Captain America that started my entire love for the character. It's founded upon that Christmas gift. Then we see some Batman animated, the Girls Night Out stuff. There's Batman Beyond, Superman and Lois, which I didn't even know was a set. And then we look at the New Adventures animated figures, which I don't like as much as the Fox Kids design, which is mainly why everything else you see here is all the red carded ones. Most of these I acquired when I contracted COVID way back when. I did have like the Man Bat, you'll see I got that when it came out. And he was only $25 at the time, and I couldn't believe that since that figure was so large. Yeah, but the first wave of them was weird. It was like Man-Bat, Joker, and I'm trying to remember who else. But actually, the original Batman there didn't come till later, and that's a copy of a Bruce Timm commission I got. He used like markers so it faded. And here's some Captain America artwork by Steve Epting. And then Mitch Breitweiser up top there. Now we're going to look at the actual studio here. So we open with some Funkos. We see the old school Superman set up top, Christopher Reeve. The Captain America pack. The Office pops. And I've got like all of like the regular versions. I have a few of the random ones like Prison Mike and stuff like that. I'm not going to show all of them here, but you can kind of see some of the sides of some of them that I have. Of course, I got like all the Batman movie pops because those are just kind of a must to have. And then you see the other side of the office is a mess because it is a split shared office. So all my comic stuff is on the nice organized side. And then, yeah, showing off some more here. I did sell, I don't think I sold any of these ones actually. No, this was after I did some culling there. There's a fun little plaque that I got from one of my old bosses. Well, kind of like co-manager. And then we're looking at the shelves here. So we see some classic stuff. My favorite run on Superman there. All the Dan Jurgens, Jerry Ordway stuff. And this was, done on a little Gorilla Pod. So I'm talking about how there's a signature in the Jack Black book there. And then just kind of going through it, Assassin's Creed stuff there. Marvel's Watchmen, my good friend Gary Shipman's Packin's Land there. Plot holes by Sean Gordon Murphy, signed by him as well. Very cool. There's the Titan volumes as well by Gary. And then, yeah, I got like all of the nice hardbound current reissues of the Superman collections there. The Exile one was a beast too. I got that one on sale and I had to go back and get the others before I could read it. So it sat on my shelf for a bit. I am currently working through the single issues of the rest of those early days. And then I have all the Cerebus trades there, and I recently read through all those too. And then there's the Spawn remaster, where I believe, if I remember, Dave did all the reworked interiors in these. And then there's a Dave Sim signature I found at Half Price Books. And then I think I was looking for a Gerhard signature. So you'll kind of see me fumble through some of these books trying to find it. And then, yeah, I can't fit those back in, so I just give up and put them on top. I really tried, it's hard to do one-handed though. And here's my introduction to Cerebus, was in that Spawn number 10, signed by Dave. And I guess that's an error copy. I don't know what the error is in it though. But, and then I think this is kind of like bonus features for making the remaster, if I remember correctly. So yeah, what spurred this on was I just moved into an apartment. So if you'll notice, the audio sounds different and things like that. So I wanted to, you know, get a last look at my studio before it was no more. I do have a current setup here, but it's not at all the same. Basically, all my trades and stuff are in the living area. And then there's kind of like a little side shed that's got most of my collectibles in. So don't have any of my toys or anything like that on display in my bedroom. And yeah, so and this part I'm still trying to find that Gerhard signature. And then I think I remember right here, I'm like, oh yes, this is the one, Melmoth, right there. And I met him in Emerald City a few years ago, maybe 3 years ago now. So I think it was before COVID as well, I can't remember. I don't know if I've been, yeah, I went to Emerald City after that one time, but I don't think he was there for that one. So yeah, I think I'm just kind of talking about the rest of the shelf here. We've got like the Tick there. We have a little Funko collection book there. I think I pull it out here maybe. Not sure. Yeah, I pull it out here. So we have X-Files in there, Ghostbusters, Strawberry Shortcake, and the Ninja Turtles. And X-Files, I think I said that already. And then there's the Stan's soapbox. It collects all of his little wisdom clips from all the random Marvel books through the years. That's Alex Ross's first published comic work. Apparently he really hates that comic company, so it has like whatever the name of the company is. I think it's Now Comics or something. He wrote backwards Now Comics blows in it. And then this is I'm blanking on whose that is. David Finch's wife. She wrote that. That's the Book of Ruth from the Bible retelling there. It's my friend Chris's Base Force. And then I think some more. And then some Clarity Girl. Yeah. Oops. Sorry about that, Chris. And that's a Darkwing Duck. And that's signed by the writer as well as the artist. And I got a little head sketch in there. All glared up though, unfortunately. Lighting is not conducive when you're doing a video this way, unfortunately. So then we have the Animorphs volumes there. Got Red Rooster. I don't know what that is that I'm pulling. Oh yeah, that's a Long Harbor, I believe. The kind of like a Cthulhu sea monster horror book. Really cool. That's Jake Parker's book there. Skyheart, met him at Emerald City. And then that's Lindsay Sterling's original character graphic novel that she kind of helped create a little bit. It's like her characters and like a rough outline of her story. And then we've got like the Infinity Gauntlet stuff. And then we have some art books down here. We have the classic Batman 89 movie book, as well as Batman Returns, which was my first art book I ever got at a school yard sale. And then this is the computer-generated Batman story from 89 as well, that my brother used to own at one point. There is Bermejo's work. I do have a video on that. On a lot of this stuff I have videos already, so you can check out the show and tell playlist, and if you're interested in most of the stuff on the shelf, you can find it. I'm talking about Oddkins there. This was a book I had during my childhood. My neighbor gave it to me, and I was fortunate enough that my mother-in-law found this book for me and gifted it to me a few Christmases ago. So I think I was probably 5 or 6 when I first got it. So yeah, this was like a horror version of Toy Story before Toy Story. This came out in 1990, I believe, or 91. It's a Dean Koontz story, and like the bad guys, there's like evil toys, and they actually destroy the good guys, tear them up and stuff. It's pretty visceral for, a kid's type of story. I would probably say it's rated teen. And then there's like a guy who's like possessed, and I'm trying to find the image of him looking in the mirror, that guy right there getting on the bus. This picture of him where his reflection's like this demon looking back at him. And yeah, I remember being really wigged out by that as a kid. And we've got some Cable, first appearance trade there. The Rob Gilroy art book. It's super short. I might show it off in a video, maybe in combination with a few other things. My best friend gifted me that a while back, and it's got a signature in there. Rob is one of his favorite, if not his favorite artist, so he loves supporting him. We've got some Kevin Smith books here, and then this is when I first met him at Funko HQ. He signed that when it first opened, and then there's the comic book men there, with the exception of Walt No Fly Flanagan. And then we've got blankets, which was recommended to me from the guy who does the title animations for the channel, which there's a link below if you ever want to check out and support his work. Got the X-Men animated art book, and then I think the Hildebrandt brothers and the Michael Turner. And then I talk about the sign there. Yeah, this was gifted to me by a coworker called Adrian before she left a previous company I worked for. I'm talking about the Turtles Helping Hand that Kevin Eastman gave my son for gifting him a drawing of the Ninja Turtles when we met him at SummerCon last year. So here's my favorite Turtles figures. We've got, some of the humans and things like that, and then we have the classic ones down below. There's a picture of all of them, and then, of course, the voice actors' signatures, and then some key books back there. Those are my Eastman head sketch landed, and then there's the Archie mini-series one. There's my Jack Kirby signed pin set. Really happy I got Jack Kirby's autograph. Now I'm talking about some of the stuff here. The Batman 3D book, which it's got like the little red and blue glasses in it. And all this just kind of classic Batman stuff. Year 1 here. I think year 2 is up next. Yep. With some of those classic Todd McFarlane images there. Killing Joke. Yeah, it's just kind of like greatest hits here. This is Son of the Demon, The Birth of Damian Wayne. And this is my little hero click that Bob, my friend, painted for me, gifted to me. Super cool. He did that all by hand. He's really skilled. And then, yeah, I think just going through more of the Bat books here. There's the Jack Kirby signature there. This was a 1990 pin set, I believe. Got that off of eBay for, I think I paid $250 for it. Not bad for Kirby's signature. Got the classic Nightfall run. Got the original entry of Harley Quinn into the DC regular universe there. Some more Superman stuff. Still need Fort of Morrow Volume 2. I only have Volume 1 there. We've got New Frontier by Darwin Cook. Kingdom Come. I can't read what that one is. Oh, Green Arrow, and then all the Batman animated stories there. Then, of course, two of my favorite Cap and Red Skull figures there. And then here's me showing off some more signatures. Danhausen, Townsend Coleman, Voice of the Tick, and Michelangelo. Had to get a tick one too. There's the dingy photo that came from the convention. I had to get a brighter version printed. There's Kevin Nash's signature on the Super Shredder. And then here is the giveaway stack with the exception of that bottom Turtles one. So we're real close. I think we're about 80 subscribers away from this giveaway. So these signed books here are all on that giveaway here. Capullo and Snyder, medal number 1, body count number 1, signed by Eastman and Bisley. And then that Ron Lim signed Silver Surfer book. So we're real close. And then this is not in the giveaway, but it did not fit in any of my boxes. So it was sitting up there for then. That was the first print of that one. And then that's talking about the printings, and I think I got confused about which one was which. But yeah, I love how that one is like an airbrushed version of that same cover, like they're in the same poses and everything. It's pretty neat when you compare them side by side. There's my Bad Idea customer number 1 pin when I waited outside for several hours to acquire it. Not sure where I'm headed next. I'm just putting those items away. Row 2, I believe. So most of this row is my Captain America stuff. You do see some Rocketeer on display. He didn't have mini comics, so most of his stories are contained in that single volume all the way on the left there. It's a really handsome Captain America collection. I think you can still get that on Amazon for around $40 or less. There's a library book that I checked out when I was a kid. I think that was really my introduction to the comic drawings of Captain America when I was a little kid. And then, of course, I found a copy later on eBay. So yeah, here's my Rocketeer items. Moving them out of the way here. And then there's my Q-Fig. And that's the Rocketeer's second appearance. It's actually the back cover, but I like it better. And then that's the Rocketeer Limited Funko Soda. And I'm talking about different trades there aside from the caps. So that's my one I've got signed by David Mack. And then I've got that Daredevil trade there signed by Alex Malev. And then we've got the Todd McFarlane run of random stuff here. Incredible Hulk, and then all those Spidey books. And then some later stuff. I've got the Donny Cates signed Venom there. I think a Clayton Crane Carnage one's up there too, maybe. There's my favorite run of the Astonishing X-Men by Joss Whedon and Cassaday there. My Young Justice complete run there in trades. One of my favorite series growing up as a teen, and actually the first comic book series I ever subscribed to, because when I would go in the shop for those first few months that it came out, it kept selling out. So I'm not sure if I address all those Funko sodas in the corner or not. So yeah, those are my Modern Masters, like little books there. They kind of highlight some of the greatest modern comic artists. I don't have all the volumes, but hopefully one day I will. There's a art book about the Lion King. It's the Stan Lee biography comic. Got gifted that years ago. There's a Reading with Pictures. That was a fundraiser to get comics in schools. It's my Penny Arcade webcomic set. And then this is just kind of going through things. The camera view doesn't get too great here. There's some Lobo stuff there. There's Brad Geiger and Dave Kellett's trades back there too, signed by them. Check out Comic Lab on Spotify. I love listening to them. They're very inspirational. I got Empowered there, and that is signed by the creator as well, and it's got a little sketch in there. Some art books, of course. You've got to have the How to Draw the Marvel Way in there. And then that bag is filled with all the turtles I couldn't fit on my shelf. So I've got kind of just, I want to get all the standard, regular characters, and I have most of them. So there's my Beatles lineup there with all the CDs as well as the books I showed off. Of course, there is a video on that. There's my Turtles soda figures. There's my signed Jason Mewes pop and my Kevin Smith one. I think I'm talking all about what's behind there, which is like, I know the Bone book is back there. And some other random stuff. There's Assassin's Creed books back there. There's Metal Gear Solid. Some more books about creating art and stuff. There's the DC How to Create Digitally books, as well as the 21 Draw books right there. Really neat resource. Tons of artists sharing their tips. There's The Darkness, signed by Silvestri there. It's my copy of Saints. I do not have boxers, but I've read them both and I enjoy both of those. There's all my Spawn compendiums. There's my Hellboy stuff. There's the complete Doug TenNapel stuff. I really love his cartoony style and just his creativity. He's really inspirational to me, so I've got all this stuff. There's the Ninja Turtles old school The Work set. The Dore Bible illustrations. They're all the wood carved drawings that are like ink pressed into more traditional Bibles. And then it's really dim here, so I can turn on a light. And that shows off some of the more rare Doug TenNapel books. There's 2 sketchbooks there. The prestige format of his Earthworm Jim making of book, making of Bigfoot Bill, as well as like the history of Earthworm Jim and the regular campaign books as well. There's my picture with me and Stan Lee. There's my great day. There's my Joe Simon, the co-creator of Captain America, original drawing there. He did this right when they killed off Cap. He did a few conventions and basically they commissioned him and then he mailed it to him afterwards because he ran out of time. But he did do a few that I've seen online, so I know that that's authentic. Even though there wasn't a certificate or anything, I know that this is definitely his for sure. There's my Avengers number 4, 1.0. It's a low grade, but still a book I never thought I would own, so I'm really happy that I have it. Those 2 are the most valuable books in my collection. Around 500 a piece is what I spent on them. There's my Stan Lee signed Spider-Man pin set. That Stan Lee was my first pop ever. I got that when I met him at his booth. And then there's the later one, and then those are the die-cast Funkos right below it. And then I'm grabbing these items here, move those. So that is the anthology I helped work on. And then these are kind of my grab it and run, more cherished signatures and stuff. So we got 2 black boxes here. I can't remember what's what. Yeah, so that's the Kirby Birthday Bash book. Everyone who attended his party got that. There's a Leo First Mini Tick Standy. Young Justice number 5, signed by Todd Knock and Peter David. There's one of the Batman Inc. books signed by Burnham there. Signed by Mark Cho there. He did the cover on this. And that is, blanking on him here too. Oh, Mark Brooks. I think that was the first Batman cover he had done, so I had him sign that one. There is my Malev signed Batman cover he did. The Clayface story. There's my Chip Zdarsky. That's his last issue on Spider-Man there. There's a couple Tick variant covers here. Nice homage cover there to Wolverine. Savage Dragon signed by Eric Larson. Here's my Mitch Gerard side, Mr. Miracle #1. Still need Tom King's signature on that. Here's All Red's signature on a Madman book. Tynion's signature on his opening salvo for Detective Comics Rebirth, which was a really cool run. I got rid of quite a few books recently when I moved here, but I definitely still kept that run. Really great. Alright, here's Tim Sale's signature there, as well as Matt Bat Banning's signature, the inker on that book. There's my reveal of the Bull. That's the last page of the comic. That's his first comic book appearance. I've priced that original artist very high because for me to sell it, it's got to change my life. So there's my The Bull #1, signed by me, of course. More Bull on the way, hopefully soon, now that I'm in a better creative space. It's my Ed Brubaker signature on the Death of Cap. Another Burnham signature there on the Death of Robin. Jim Lee and Claremont's signature on X-Men #1. And then a real quick head sketch of Batman he did that I won from Emerald City for a meet and greet. There's all the Image founders on there, with the exception of, I forget who. Gail Simone's signature there, Scott Snyder's signature, as well as Coppola's, as well as Glapion's signature. So that's the whole creative team. Higgins' signature on that one. And this was signed by the Funko CEO, Brian Mariotti, when the HQ opened in Everett. This Young Justice #1, signed by, I think, just Todd Knock. Yeah, right there. I don't see Peter David's signature on there. I thought he had signed that one for me, but I guess he didn't. Then we have John Byrne's signature that I found at a half-price books, which I couldn't believe. I only paid $20 for it, but that's definitely his signature, so I snatched it up happily. That man does not do conventions. This is my Chip Zdarsky signature on when he reveals his identity, the JJ. And then there's a nice The Bull head sketch commission that Chip did at Emerald City when I met him. Really cool. I still can't believe he did that. He wasn't even that much. I think it was maybe $30 or $40. Easily the best money I spent there. Some more shaky cam here. So yeah, those are my most important signatures, I would say. There's whenever I have something I need to edit out of a video, I write it on there and then strike through when I've edited it out of the video. It's primitive, but that's how I do it. It's my Steve Martin book, as well as my Deadpool manga book. There's a cup. Some toilet paper for blowing my nose, not doing anything else. And then this is all Bad Idea books, I believe. And then some keys in here as well. Like we've got the Death of Superman right there, I believe. Changing the angle. Yeah, there's all the creative team on the Superman 500. There's black suit appearance there. MODOK's first appearance. There's the dark, oh, that's a Harley Quinn one signed. Jerry Ordway's signature there. A really iconic cover that previously he had signed one of those too when my brother mailed him way back in the day. King Shark's first appearance. Breaking of the Bat. That's my misprint with the really offensive swear words in there. And in the all ages or teen rated Batman animated book. There's my Gleason signature there on this iconic Spider-Man cover. There is my, where is it at? I blanked on him there. Liso Protector there. Kevin Nolan was a signature in there. Emberlin's signature on Carnage. This is the Pieces of 8 Turtles project coming out. He's doing a reissue of that project as well. And then those are all facsimiles. Black Panther's first appearance. That's a facsimile, by the way. Not saying I own first appearance. Those are all facsimiles. There's the Robin series that came out with Tim Drake with a great Brian Boland covers there. Putting the lid back on, or at least trying to. And then this is more just miscellaneous stuff, keeping those campaign perks in the boxes there. This is the comic box I had when I was a kid. I had to reacquire this, but it came with 10 books in this box you could assemble. I got it as a reward for getting like my series of shots when I was a little kid from the local Army base exchange. There's my X-Men play sets. Here's some just random crap here. It's my little glowy orb we haven't seen in a long time. And then I think, I'm trying to get that shelf in there. There's my sleep mask. I don't know where I put it though. I wanted to use it the other day. I've got to find it still. There's my little scale I use when I weigh Funkos. Some old comics I was given by my in-laws. Savage Dragon figure buried in there, and a Ren and Stimpy. There's the tablet I use to record my videos. The audio is transferred on there, and then I edit the full videos transferred from my phone onto there. Some more art stuff under there. It's me saying, hey, this is my ring lights. And then normally I put the mic stand right about there. That holds the phone there. I swing that around. Normally the mic's right about there, but I had to move it so we could see in that corner better. The bottom there has Tick comics in there and a bunch of other miscellaneous signatures. And then in there is a bunch of Spawn books, I believe. And then talking about in the corners there is Cerebus books and then Ninja Turtles books. And I've recently swapped out the box. I think there's variant covers there. There's Batman stuff over there. Got some Superman stuff. That blank spot is the box I'm currently reading of the 90s Superman run. That's some more Spawn and Captain America on the back. Those are some more miscellaneous comics there. Variant covers as well as other things. It's my little Spawn section. Spawn number 1 is the Kickstarter figure, Gunslinger, and then Violator number 2. There's the Clarity Girl figure that I got, which at the time was the only one made. It was a perk for others, but I don't think that they made them. I don't know if they got bought or not. And they are displayed right next to the Reign of the Superman pull-out posters. Definitely very inspirational. There's a little crappy TV I didn't bring over with me. There is my Genesis with NBA Jams in there. There's my Ghastly. There's my Retron or Retron. Plays Super NES and NES games. There's my Ghastly. Check out the Gasslecast. There's my U2s. Kind of well-rounded of people that inspire me to create. And then we see these Funkos are really kind of comedy-driven ones. We see Billy Madison and What About Bob, Conan, Anchorman, Dumb and Dumber. I like to laugh quite a bit. So, kind of something I didn't realize. There's the OG Turtles cartoon there. And I think at this point I'm looking at the posters, taking a step back. That's the green screen that's normally behind me. So yeah, we've got the old Kirby posters. These are reissued. That's the Romita Senior redrawing of a Kirby poster. Rest in peace, Romita. You'll be missed for sure. There's some Alex Ross Marvel posters. There's some Superman, right into the Superman stuff there. That's the comic shop promo. Nice big old Bermejo Batman poster. Turtles in Time Eastman from the Turtle Cowabunga collection. There's the Joker War preamble, or whatever you want to call it, promotional poster. So I'm taking a step back, just looking at everything, giving it a final survey here. Just really that corner, seeing what's what. I hope you enjoyed this video. So yeah, I'm in a new spot, more content to come. I'm glad you all are still with me. Make sure to be subscribed, and you all have a super slumper. Thanks. Bye.